Okay, so here is my install of my OPS1 Eco Pur on my beautiful Volvo here. I'll take a snapshot for people that can see how it's installed. Okay, so here really quickly, that's the whole system right there. Excuse the shaky camera. So you got your vent tubes here. Got it routed down, and in between the fender well bracket here, secured as they get zip ties. Here are our oil lines, pressurized in. It's coming from the filter housing right there beside, and you can tell because the hose right beside the filter housing is the feed line for the turbo. Okay, then here's our return, and it just goes straight down and in between the rad hoses and the cooler hoses down there, and it's tie wrapped to one of the cooler hoses, and I put conduit on everything to protect it. We go down here. Again, shaky camera syndrome. There's our return line fed in. It's not touching anything that would harm it there, like the rad pipe or filters or anything like that. So, and this is how I've mounted the brackets. You can see the hole for the Davco. I have to tie this out of the way and move the clamp a little bit for one of the cooler lines. Using four bolts, 4 holes drilled into the frame now. And I've got it up higher, so we get clearance from our lovely wheel well bracket. Nothing's touching, it's all zip tied around, and it's all good there. So that's essentially what it looks like. Access is really easy. There won't be any spillage or anything getting covered in oil. And I used, just for a point of reference, I used every single part that they gave me in the kit, that was given to me in the kit. And all in all, once I had it all figured out, it took me about 3 hours to put on. Maybe 4. The hardest part was drilling the holes in the frame, to be honest with you. Here's our electrical line. It's running all the way around on front, tied to the lighting harness. It goes from front of the rad all the way across. We're around the front of the truck here. Back up, around inside the crash bracket, tied to an AC line, and then boom, right down there we got our negative battery cable, positive lead to the alternator. Our fuse is nice and easily accessible and not touching anything that could hurt it, and everything is tie wrapped and out of the way. And again, check your connections. Don't make the same mistake I did, and I didn't have it connected right here first, so I actually didn't have any power at the other end, and had to take it apart and put a new piece in there. Not the first time I've done something like that, but definitely added a little bit of time. I'm now running Shell Rotella T6 5W30 synthetic, and because I can afford it if I'm not changing it all the time. Anyway, that's my YouTube video for the installation of an OPS Eco Pur unit onto a Volvo 730, or basically any of the Volvo 700 series with a D13 engine.